the high rises that they lived in. I said, what's that river there? And he said, I don't know. I said, it's the East River. What's the river on the other side? And he looks at me perplexed. He says, there's a river on the other side? So this is a kid that doesn't know that there's a river 12 blocks away. He doesn't know. Does he know he's on an island on the North American continent? Does he know he's on the planet Earth? Does he know he's in a solar system, in the universe? Does he look up at the sky and see stars at night? Is he a humble person? Does he feel small? Does he think beyond his neighborhood, where he could go with his life? And so this started me on a different path. This brought me to Chicago. And I thought, I'm going to get a master's in art therapy because I thought about art as being a way of communicating, especially with people with troubles, and to also just communicate with someone on a different level without words. And what I did was I moved to Chicago, and I started working at a psychiatric hospital on the west side. And Chicago was surprising to me. In New York, if anybody has been, it's one race, one block more like it, and one class. So everybody's kind of jumbled in areas, and so there's a lot of tolerance. But what I saw about the landscape of Chicago was you'd go under a viaduct, it'd be one race, one class. You'd go over a train track, it'd be one race, one class. You'd go across the river, one race, one class. And I found it like really intensely palpable to like see this. It was I had a real visceral reaction to it. And I worked in this short-term psychiatric hospital where kids would come in and have horrible things happen to them and only be there for 3 days. And I really felt like their issues weren't being treated, and started thinking about how do you really help somebody? How do you work with someone? How do you uplift them without a moment? Because you can be changed by a moment in your life, a moment's meeting, but you can really be changed by something substantial, say a teacher just being with you for the whole year and knowing that they're always there. And so when I graduated from college, I started working for the Department of Children and Family Services with severely disturbed children. And these were severely, when I say severely disturbed, I mean just awful cases. And these kids have been moved from foster home to foster home. And this is all, I'm telling you all this because this is where I tried to, this is why I made the Art Center. This is all these experiences. When you go through life, you're going to gather all your experiences and they're going to form your decisions. And so working for DCFS and seeing kids moved around and seeing the lack of trust they had in people and the lack of continuity in people, it made me start thinking of going someplace else. My next stage was Cook County Juvenile Court. Started the first art therapy program with probationers in the country. And what I did there, working with the kids, brought me down to South Chicago and brought me into a neighborhood where I knew I could approach the kids on the street. I knew I could work with any kind of population. And it's truly a wonderful place where kids learn like basic needs. They get their basic needs met. They get their love, they get nurturing, they get food, they get shelter. Real basic stuff, and then art becomes the thing we do for fun. So I want to leave you with an assignment. I want you guys to think about where you live. And think, if you live in the suburbs, I want you to think about, say, Francis Parker being your center of your universe. And in 5 blocks, when you walk around your school, think about the boundaries of your school. If you were confined to those boundaries, what your options would be in your life. And then think about maybe going down to South Chicago. What options do they have in their life being in that confined area? And with that thought, I think it will make you guys be more empathetic. I think you will think more about where they are in neighborhoods and what their lives are like. And to urge you to do service work, to go into those communities and inspire kids and make them think like meeting different people from different walks of life gives them an option to think bigger. Like, I could be him, I could see myself in him, or I could see myself in her. That your exposure, your ability to push your comfort level or to go into neighborhoods that you never gone into will make you bigger and better people and will inspire others. And so that's what I hope to do with the Berkowitz Award, is just continue to inspire and to make kids feel important in a neighborhood where they don't have many people telling them they're important or good at anything. So I want to thank you all. If you are older, you are welcome to do any service down in South Chicago. You will be welcome, and it's a really beautiful place to be, so know that you're all welcome there.
Thank you so much, Sarah. Art and expression may seem so simple and natural in the environment that we've grown up in. They are basic yet important parts of the way we live and feel. But many children have no means by which they can express themselves, which can be a huge help in coping with various issues they may be dealing with. The significance of art in dealing with social issues is often overlooked, but Sarah Ward has gotten right to it and is allowing children to grow as individuals and is a community filled with different people. Sarah Ward's work is beautiful and intelligent and quite inspirational. She has taken an unconventional approach to helping the world, by recognizing and making use of the power of art. I hope that everyone remembers the South Chicago Art Center and their means of success when we think about the rest of the world and how we wish to help in it.
Every year, students watch and participate in this morning acts. And every year we meet a new individual who has discovered a way to commit themselves to changing the world they live in. I look forward to the day that a Parker graduate can win the award. I look forward to the day that we all can follow in Ms. Ward's footsteps and change the world we live in.
Many of us look out at the injustices in the world and can't see how to change them. The task is so daunting that sometimes we don't attempt anything. So we are left with the question, how can one person bring about social change? And for the answer, we can look to Sarah Ward. With her knowledge, passion, and ambition, she has improved the lives of many kids. Kids who just wanted a place to be, without fear, without worry, without the pressures of their community. And thanks to Ms. Ward, they now have that place. In a tiny, brightly colored building in West Garfield Park, they have found hope, love, and an outlet for creativity. So when you look at the world, our city, and see such a great need for change, don't be intimidated. Think of Sarah Ward and the South Chicago Art Center, and know that if you truly want change, you can create it. Thank you for joining us, and to honor Sarah Ward, don't be intimidated. And if you'd like more information on the center, it's happyartcenter.org.